If you're an entrepreneur or you run a small business, you know the drill. The biggest challenge you face today isn't just making a great product, it's getting anyone to actually notice it in the first place. You're putting in all the work, you're creating the posts, you're running the ads, but it just feels like you're shouting into a giant crowded room where everybody is screaming for the same customer's attention. Does that sound familiar? It's a huge frustration for so many people right now. And here's the tough truth. The market is just completely saturated. There's competition coming from everywhere. Simply having a quality product, well, that's just the price of entry now. It's not the thing that's going to make you stand out and win anymore. So how do you actually get an edge? Well, you can bring on a new kind of business partner. And no, I'm not talking about hiring a massive team. I'm talking about AI. And don't think of it as some super complex, scary technology. Just think of it as a practical assistant that basically amplifies everything you already do. It used to be that if you wanted to scale your efforts, you needed a huge team. But today, the partnership between you and AI acts as a massive force multiplier. It really does. It allows one person, just you, to achieve what it used to take an entire department to do. Let's make this super concrete. Take building a business presentation. The old way could easily eat up your entire day. We're talking 6 hours, just gone. Now, with an AI tool, you can get that same quality presentation knocked out in about 10 minutes. That's 5 hours and 50 minutes. You just got back to focus on the big picture, on strategy, not the tedious stuff. Okay, so let's see how this actually works in the real world with a quick case study. We're going to look at 2 different ads for the exact same product, oven-baked fish. One of them did okay, but the other one was an absolute home run. So here they are, the 2 ads. Ad A is, well, it's the standard pitch we see a million times a day, right? It asks a simple question about wanting something nice. But now look at ad B. It doesn't even start by selling. It starts by teaching. It taps into a customer's hidden fear. It feels way less like an ad and a lot more like important information you need to know. And the results? They were just staggering. I mean, not even close. The standard ad, it brought in about 100 leads. Not terrible, but the insightful ad, it generated nearly 3 times as many. And remember, same product, same price, same seller. The only thing that changed was the message. So what on earth happened here? Why did such a simple tweak in the messaging have such a gigantic impact? Let's actually break down the psychology of why ad B was the clear runaway winner. This chart really breaks it down perfectly. First, let's talk about the hook. Ad A looks like every other ad out there, and our brains are literally trained to scroll right past it. But ad B? It looks like a health warning. That makes us stop. Second, the psychological trigger. Wanting something is motivating, sure, but study after study shows that the fear of a risk is twice as powerful. And finally, the trust factor. Ad B teaches the customer something valuable first. That instantly builds authority and makes the sale feel natural, not like you're being pushed into it. And listen, this isn't just about selling fish. This is a core principle you can apply to literally any business, whether you're selling clothes, software, or coaching services. Here is the simple, repeatable playbook. Step 1. Figure out what your customers are secretly worried about. What are their biggest questions? Step 2. Use AI tools to quickly create genuinely helpful, educational content that answers those questions. And step 3, by teaching before you sell, you build that authority and trust that makes sales happen almost by themselves. Now, I know a lot of people are worried about AI. They see it as this big threat that's going to come in and take over everything. But the real threat, it's not what most people are thinking about. This right here, this is the single most important takeaway from all of this. AI itself is not going to replace you. But your competitor who knows how to use AI to be faster, smarter, and more insightful than you, they absolutely will. It's not about the machine versus the human anymore. It's about the tech-enabled human. So forget about AI as this huge, abstract thing for a second. Just focus on this one simple idea. What is one single question your customers are asking right now? What are they truly worried about? If you can answer that one question, well, you've just found your starting point for dominating your market.